will make their way through those 300s to get closer to the front.
Down the straight as we go, it is a 9-lap race going into Pertamina Fastron or Cape Town Corner, whichever way you want to put it. There's BATT Super Twin Cup 650 and 300 races well and truly underway. Let's see them as they run to the line now, out of the turn 5 section towards the line now. It is Jamie Hall from Matthew van Niekerk, a whole second between the two of them. Then it will be the next man coming through, Andre Symes. Then it will be Reinhard Burnett, Abdul Isak and Raifard as they run into turn 1 now, and then already almost towards turn 2 for the leaders.
Max Munton looks to have a bit of a difficult time at the moment, dropping down to 11th place. Raymond Alexander and Abigail Besson. Abigail Besson, coming from the back of the grid, has made her way all the way up into 10th place, but now sitting behind Raymond Alexander. Actually, Raymond Alexander is now between himself, Max Munton, and Abigail Besson there for that 9th place, or Bosson, my apologies. So that is going to be a rough fight as they make their way into Interceptor Corner, and I can see Raymond Alexander on the tail end of Max Munton, and I'm sure that this is going to be quite a fruitful race.
Well, they're going to turn 4 now, and there's quite a 650 battle going on between Reinhard Burnett, Abdul Isak and Michael Reifert, just ahead of Adrian Solomon in the 300 class. That's going to be something to behold as they go down the straight now. I think that is going to be Abdul Isak having a move towards turn 5. Pertamina Fastron, will he make it work? I think he might have just slipped through. We'll see, it's a bit difficult to see in the distance. I think he's going to be making his way through, and he'll run it down to the line now to complete lap 2 as Jamie Hall comes across the start-finish line now with a 1:23.904.
Now we watch as all those 650s come across the line, and we wait for the 300s as Adrian Solomon now crosses the line with a time of a 1:29.099 in the 300 class. Abigail Bosson, Max Munton and Raymond Alexander all cross the line, and they're all within 2-3 tenths of each other as they make their way through turn 1 and down the Joubert Straight towards turn 2. Raymond Alexander just can't seem to find a way past as they make their way into turn 2, but he's going to try and go around the outside of Max Munton, but Max is going to tuck it in and hold a tighter line to make sure that Raymond does not get a chance to get by.
Going into turn 3 now, Abdul Isak, he did manage to make it past the 5th place man, or now 5th place man, Reinhard Burnett. So Abdul Isak currently finds himself in 4th position. Andre Symes a bit up the road over there now, 3.2 seconds. He is 12 seconds off of the leader at this particular time, is of course Abdul Isak. Andre Symes 8.7 as they go onto the back main once again, but Andre Symes, or Abdul Isak rather, on that number 2 machine, the SV650 Suzuki, is well and truly still under pressure. There were only 0.3 of a second between them as they cross the line into Pertamina Fastron Corner now. You'll still see that Abdul Isak holding it there now as we do, as they come to complete another lap here.
Now we watch, if we check the cameras at the moment, we see Raymond Alexander just getting by Max Munton on the inside of turn 5, Pertamina Fastron. But Max Munton is going to try and stay on that tail, and he's right up against the wall as they come to the line. A little bit less weight on that bike for Max Munton, getting his elbows out. Diving late on the brakes, and he'll take that position back into turn 1, Hole's Hook, as they run through an exit turn 1 down the Joubert Straight. A little bit of extra speed coming out of that corner, and there goes Raymond Alexander around the outside. He gets a little bit of slipstream from Max's bike, and Max will try and hold the tight line once again, but Raymond Alexander will take that position back. And both these two will fight it out as they slowly pry their way right up to the back end of Abigail Bosson.
Going towards turn 4 now with that battle that I have been mentioning. Abdul Isak still heads it at this time. Reinhard Burnett, Michael Reifert are all in the mix there, but Lance Jonas is the man on the move at the moment. He's up into 8th position on that number 83 machine of his, the Yamaha 690. They'll be opening up onto the back straight now and running towards the completion of the 5th lap of this race, or the 6th lap of this race, I should rather say, as we head across the line now towards turn 1 for the leaders. And then they'll be going into turn 2 right now onto the Joubert Straight. We don't have a camera at the moment in turn 1, so we apologize once again. Into turn 2, here comes our leader, Jamie Hall, the man with the fastest lap of the race of a 1:23.904. He's 4.5 seconds ahead of Matthew van Niekerk, who's all on his own at the moment.
But if we jump towards turn 1, here they come down into Hole's Hook. 1, 2, 3, but actually 2, 3, and 4 positions as Mitch Robinson finishing out that 5th place as he comes across the line. He is still a little bit of ways away on that 400, but he's going to try and gain as much time to the back of this group of 3. And Max Munton dives very late on the brakes to take that position from Abigail Bosson. And Raymond Alexander also takes a position. Abigail obviously a little bit hesitant on the brakes there, or maybe something wrong. We know that she doesn't have a quick shifter on that bike after some supposed gearbox issues, but I think those were sorted out. Now they make their way through Interceptor Corner, and Max Munton finally having a good little bit of a lead as we watch them come out of Interceptor and make their way into the double right-hander of Sarl Sweep. Look at that, 1, 2, 3. They are right nose to tail. Coming onto the back straight now. This is going to be very, very close with 4.5 laps to go, Byron.
4 laps left to go. Our leader makes his way through turn 1 at the moment on that beautiful black machine of his, Jamie Hall, and makes his way now on the Joubert Straight towards turn 2 in a class of his own. His last lap, a 1:25.095. Ahead of Matthew van Niekerk, 4.4 seconds. Coming out here now, I can see a battle. Lance Jonas comes across the line. Michael Ryfoth. Here come our 300s, Jordan.
As they make their way across the line, Abigail Bosson again with an absolute stormer out of the last corner. She makes her way to the first corner in that second position, but Max Munton will dive on the inside once again. We watch as they come out of turn 1, Hole's Hook, and down the Joubert Straight. Here they come to Castrol Corner, and Abigail Bosson's going to try and go up the inside, and she's going to try and hold it. They're going to go side by side. Max Munton's going to take a slightly wider line to see if he can cut back through that corner, but here comes Raymond Alexander. The 2nd, 3rd, 4th place battle, Byron, as we watch them come towards the kink. Look at that. There's not even bike lengths between them as they make their way into Interceptor Corner with 3.5 laps to go. This is going to be very, very close.
3 and a bit laps left to go. Coming out at turn 5 now onto the main straight. It is our leader, Jamie Hall, comes to the line now and charges up once again to turn 1. Matthew van Niekerk, 2nd. Of course, 4.7 seconds between him and the leader at the moment. And Andre Symes all on his own at this time. We look at that back straight now. Coming up towards turn 5 will be the Reynard Burnett, Abdul Isek, Adrian Solomon and Lance Jonas section as they'll charge up now towards the line. Burnett comes across the line as Isak will follow. Adrian Solomon, Lance Jonas right on the back there. Abigail Bosson, so mixing it with the 650s there, Jordan, the 300s.
As we know, Adrian Solomon in a class of his own at the moment, way above the rest of the 300 field, fighting with the 600s as we watch the rest of the 300 field make their way into turn 1, still led out by Abigail Bosson. She's got a bit of a healthy lead. I say a healthy lead, a healthy gap. I see a bike down outside. That's Ryfoth, I believe, in that very fruitful colored 75.
Luckily the rider is up, Jordan, so he's walking away, but we'll try and get a number to be exact for you. Frankie is on the radio at the moment.
I believe it's the 75, but those two fruitful colored looking bikes of him and Matt van Niekerk are very similar, but I believe it's Ryfoth and he does not look happy at all, Byron.
Well, that would have been in the battle, of course. 75, and you are spot on there, Jordan. That is Michael Ryfoth, or was there in the race, Michael Ryfoth, and that means Abigail Bosson, Max Munton, Raymond Alexander will all move up a position. Lance Jonas will move up into 7th position, with 2 laps left to go.
We watch making their way into turn 5. The gap has lengthened even more for Abigail Bosson as Max Munton and Raymond Alexander fight it out again for that 3rd position in class. With now coming up on 2 laps to go for them, Raymond Alexander's going to try and get a bit of a gap. Oh, he's going to try and lessen the gap now. Sitting in that slipstream, coming down right up against the pit lane wall, both of them. crossing the line now. They're going to go side by side into turn 1, but Raymond Alexander pulls out at the last second, not wanting to risk it.
Well, they'll be coming out for that final lap. The yellow flags will still be out for turn 1 through onto the Joubert Straight. As I say, 2 laps left to go. Jamie Hall still leads the way. 4.8 seconds. Comes into turn 5. Pertamina Fastron. And will charge it out to start his final lap of this race on that black Kawasaki. Down to the straight, he then runs bike number 65, a 1:25.615. His last lap, he starts lap number 9. And Matthew van Niekerk is now 5.1 seconds off of him. Andre Symes comes across the line now to start what will be his final lap of the race.
Now we watch this 300 class once again. Raymond Alexander managed to get past Max Munton through turn 4, Sorrel sweep, and down onto the back straight. But Abigail Bosson, she's taking that lead, or that second place gap, by leaps and bounds as they make their way into Pertamina Fostrand. But Max Munton late on the brakes once again. He really knows how to get on the tail of Raymond Alexander. He can brake very late and keep himself upright as they make their way down under the Castrol and City of Cape Town Bridge. It's going to be nose to tail once again. Max is going to get out of the slipstream and hold it on the inside. But remember, yellow flags, Byron. I don't know if that's going to be legal, but he will drop back a position again. So it will be null and void.
All right, so the leader into turn 5, Jamie Hall, the man who led from pole position in a class of his own. He has been this entire 9-lap race. And you salute, of course, the winner, the man himself, Jamie Hall, takes on his Kawasaki the victory of the first bike race of the day. You'll see the checkered flag across your screen. Lovely stuff from the man over here. 1:26.0 on his last lap. Matthew van Niekerk comes across the line now to take second, 5.5 seconds back. And then Andre Symes will have to wait a little bit. Peter Hill, of course, finishes a lap down, the first of the lap runners. But, well, we will still wait for Andre Symes now as well, Jordan, as we have. And we have 2 bikes going into turn 3, and there has been a massive crash.
We can't see who that is at the moment, but as the rest of both are on the ground at the moment, this is not looking good. And if it is 2 riders, I can hope and pray that it's not Max Munton and Raymond Alexander. We can't see red flag. Okay, the race was over anyway, but now it's for certain. This is a little bit distressful at the minute, but we're going to watch as the safety vehicles peel out. Red flag is out. Everyone comes to a slow run. We see just on the outside, if you can't see it, where Mike Ryfarth went down on the exit of turn 1, just opposite the guardrails coming into Interceptor Corner. There's 2 bikes down there. We can't get the camera on it at the moment.
Well, one rider is sitting up, and we'll give you feedback and give you updates as we get them. But the race has been red flagged. It was checkered flag, so I would speak under correction. Of course, they would go back a lap. But first and foremost, we will keep an ear out for what is happening down there. I have all the faith in the world in our Killarney marshals and cleanup crews.
I can't see the color of those bikes, but I do see Raymond Alexander and Max Munton did get past, so it wasn't them battling. I can't see out of the ordinary any bikes. Al Mostert hasn't crossed the line just yet.
34. Elmer Mostert.
The 34. Where's the 34 on our timesheets? There is no 34 on our timesheets at the moment. But Al Mostert is one of them 94? On that 94.
No, this guy.
So we can confirm it is 94 is one of the machines. And we will confirm the second bike for you momentarily.
The ambulance goes out at the minute. Not a great sight, but we will keep everyone updated at the moment. This is going to take a little bit of time. 2, 3, 4 safety vehicles out. But we will wait, and they will be sent to the medical center for further inspection. But for now, we just wait and see.
Oh, just a replay that we are showing now of the incident. Both riders had a coming together, a cloud of dust. And like I say, we are still confirming details for you, so please bear with us. We'll probably have another replay of the replay here coming out of the kink and falling onto the ground.